So hey, welcome to the 10-10 movement. You're here with myself, Tony V, where the outcome of the 10-10 movement is to assist you with areas of your life where you may be struggling and turn those into more success. What we call living a more 10 out of 10 life experience. So today I have some bad news, but I also have some great news. So stick with me, because what I'm going to share is the results, or some of the results, of this continuous survey that the 10-10 movement carries out. So let's think of it like a sort of state of the nation. And the bad news is some of the stats are really, really scary. So I want you, just as you listen to the stats, to think about your own life, and then let's look at what's great about this. So, in my pocket I have some results. So when asked, on a scale of 0 to 10, where is your physical fitness? 10 being it's incredible and 0 being it's hopeless. 80% of the people answered 7 or less. Honestly, if you score yourself as a 7 in anything, we always argue that the gap between 7 and 10 is huge. So 7 is like a terrible score. So if you give yourself 7 for anything, I always see that as not good at all. And literally only 20% of people gave themselves an 8, 9 or a 10. So that means you're feeling really good about your physical fitness. Number 2 was also scary, but also something maybe to do with the old COVID season, because it was people's social life. Interestingly, 76% of people scored 7 or less for their social life. So hopefully as the COVID season progresses and things improve, that number's going to go back up again. But look, it just goes to show how important it is, because look, we are gregarious creatures. If we don't have a good social life, or a great social life to be honest, then actually our energy drops and it affects all areas of our life. So if you would score your social life at 7 or less, then listen up to the end, because we've got the great news as well. So number 3 on the list, which I guess is also not surprising but very scary, is 75% of people scored their financial situation, their current financial situation, at 7 or less. 4th on the list, and this is very sad as well, I think the word sad is the right word, is that when asked about their intimate relationship life, 70% of the people said 7 or less. Now this is the area of life where we probably experience our most pain and we experience our most joy. But when you think about like having your relationship or a 7 or a less, you go, wow, that's definitely not good. So, let's listen up and see what we can do to help you with that. Next on the list was, it's a question actually about contribution, which is how much do you contribute to others or the greater good? Now, this score was actually 65% said 7 or less. And actually, this is something that's actually relatively easy to turn the dial up on. And it's probably one of the greatest, easiest things that you can do to make yourself feel better, which is to give to others that are in a worse state than you are, without looking to get anything back. We just learn to give. So actually contribution is a fantastic thing. It also helps your social life, which we know was like a second on the list of not doing good. Next on the list was, let's have a quick look. Wow, this one's scary too. So 60% of people said their health, their general health and well-being was 7 or less. Next, hanging out at almost 60% as well, which is also very sad, is people's mental and emotional state right now. Now, of course, again, COVID won't have helped that, but almost 60% of people scoring their mental health at 7 or less. So something we can help you with there. Next on the list, actually this one was quite interesting, is people's what we call your purpose or your career. So this one is around the halfway mark. So it's actually 56% of people scored their career or their purpose in life, as I like to sometimes call it, at 56%. So 56% of people said 7 or less for their purpose or their career. Number 9 was a 50-50 split. So 50% of the people scored 7 or less, and this is for their own personal development. So it's actually a joy to me to think that 50% of the people gave themselves 8, 9 or 10 for the work they're putting in on their own personal development. So I don't think that's a terrible score, but you know, if you're 7 or less on that, that's definitely something that's easy to turn up the dial on that will improve the rest of your life. And absolutely last, or what you could say the best score, which is actually pretty good news, I think, is only 45% of the people, so less than half, said their family life was a 7 or less on the survey. So actually that meant that 55% of the people were an 8, 9 or a 10. So I'm going, well, but that was the best one. And still we've got 45% at 7 or less. So how can the 10-10 movement actually help you with that? Well, the first thing we can do, and the great news is it's very easy to do the survey. Now, by doing the survey, what you get completely for free is you get, firstly, well, you get a series of videos about each one of these and how you can work on you to move your score nearer to a 10. So look, it's just a great bit of personal development. Some people call it spiritual development as well. So all you have to do is invest some time. And the first thing you do is you go to 10-10.life. So just type that into your bar, you know, when you're on your web or you're on the phone, and you will come to the test. So just answer the questions, and once you submit the answers, you will get a series of emails. Now, in those emails are videos to help you with each one of those areas. So they come out to you over a couple of weeks or so. And the first one is probably the most important one to watch. If you spend, and I always say to people, look, put an hour aside. If you can put an hour aside to watch the very first video, this has changed thousands and thousands and thousands of people's lives just by helping you see life through perhaps a different filter, a different way than you've ever seen life before. So invest that hour, and then the rest are all way, way lesser. But each one's giving you tips and tricks how to improve each area of your life and move you towards living a more 10 out of 10 life experience. Definitely getting you past an 8. You know, if we can get an 8, 9 or 10 for any of those areas. But, you know, when you're answering the questions, be 100% honest. I always say, look, go inside. Truth is a powerful thing. You know, if you're not doing great, then, you know, I would say a number will come to you when you do it. And the first number that comes to you, just whack that in there. If you lie into yourself, that's a pointless thing to do. But whatever you do, just get in there and then watch each video. So over a 10-day period, you're going to see 10 videos that will give you tips and tricks on how to get your life to move towards living a more 10 out of 10 life experience. So I trust that's been useful to you. If you are new to the channel, watching this for the first time, please do hit the subscription button and the notification bell, because that way you'll get notified every time we put a new video up, which we do every week. And of course, if this has been useful to you, and if you work in a group, if you've got a group of friends, then maybe just share this and do it together. Because, working together as a group, that's why the social life one is very scary. If there's even 2 or 3 or 4 of you or 10 of you, you're in a group, all do it and all work on it together, because you can all chat about it, share your scores, share the results, share what you're doing to help you move. This will move you faster than anything, because we call this, having a powerful peer group. Having a powerful peer group will definitely start to move you to the scale. That's it from me, Tony V. There's over 100 videos now on the YouTube channel, all of them here to help you with these different areas of life. So that's it for today. Have a fabulous week, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.